Hello everyone and welcome back in this new challenge. So this is our latest challenge on this channel, which is making the fastest and the most luxurious and the toughest off-road vehicle in a single vehicle. So before we start with all of the specs, please remember, if you enjoy the video, to hit that like button, to get subscribed if you are new to the channel, and of course if you want to participate in this channel, you can I will tell you all of the informations at the end of the video. But right now I'm gonna start with all of the rules. Please like, stay on the rules, don't break any rules, and if you break any rule, any one of them, if you already break it, or if you did break it, please don't send me the file. And if you did send me the file, and because I'm gonna check the file, I'm gonna verify all of the rules, and if one of them is broken, I'm not going to show your car in the video. Yes, because I received in the previous challenge, I've received like a lot of files, and like 60% of them were all of these 60% were against the rules. Like, they did break like nearly all of the rules, and that is not acceptable. So in this challenge, please stay on track, don't break any rules, because it's simple. It's not rocket science. Just keep yourself focused and get creative, but don't break any rules. So if you want to build and if you want to participate in this challenge and make your own SUV, choose any SUV body that you want, and it should be modern, not classic. I don't want a classic SUV, I want a modern SUV. So first of all, start with the year 2020. That's the first rule. The year should be 2020. Then the second rule is everything is allowed in the panel material, remember, except carbon fiber. It's not allowed, and fiberglass is not allowed. Remember that. No carbon fiber, no fiberglass. It's up to you. You can use any of these except carbon fiber and no fiberglass. These two are not allowed. Alright, so for me here, I'm gonna go with alright, so aluminum. It's up to you. Don't follow me if you don't want to follow me. All of the chassis are allowed except space frames, because space frame is for race cars. This is not allowed. Ladder monocoque, semi space frame, and light truck monocoque, these are allowed, but space frame, no, that's not allowed. So I'm gonna go with monocoque. The reason that I went with monocoque, so I can explain the materials. So carbon fiber, this is not allowed. Glued aluminium, also not allowed, because this is super expensive, and I do mean super expensive. It will make the car limited. Same goes with the carbon fiber. These two are not allowed. You can use advanced high strength steel, light one, corrosion resistant steel, any kind of steel, and even aluminium. These are allowed. Remember that. Except carbon fiber and glued, these are just no. Alright, let's continue. Engine placement, you can choose any placement you want, it's up to you. Suspension, the front suspension, well, since this is a luxury car, a luxurious car, of course the leaves and the coils, solid axles, these are not allowed. These are against the rules. Only double wishbone and McPherson strut. And if you want your car or your vehicle to get like extra attention and extra points and extra credits, use double wishbone, because double wishbone is more comfortable, more sporty. It's better in every single way. Yeah, that's why. McPherson strut is more compact and good on off-road, but it's not as it's not as comfortable and sportier as double wishbone. So it's up to you, McPherson or double wishbone, but I prefer double wishbone. The rear suspension, everything is allowed except push rods. Push rods is not allowed. This is for racing car only, and sorry, not only push rods, and leaves and coils. So 1, 2, and 3, these are not allowed. You can choose semi-trailing arm, double wishbone, multi-links, or if you are building a transverse engine placement, you can use also the torsion beam. It's also allowed. So for me, I'm gonna go with multi-links. It's up to you. If you don't want to follow, it's okay. Quality, since this is a luxury car, a luxurious car, that means this car should be expensive. It doesn't have to be cheap. So like on the chassis itself, like you can go with +5 quality. on the chassis only. +5 is allowed, like from 0 to +5 is allowed. Moving on, the engine. The engine, well, you can choose any engine, but more points will be rewarded for the smoothest engine, for the powerful engine, for the most efficient engine, the most economical engine. You can go naturally aspirated, you can go turbocharged. It's up to you, any engine you want, but you have a horsepower limit. You cannot exceed 600 horsepower. Remember that. No more than 600 horsepower. 601 horsepower is not allowed. Remember that. If you send me a car with 601 horsepower, I'm not going to accept it. Remember that. You can go 500 horsepower, you can go 450, you can go 600. It's up to you. You need to find the balance between power, torque, and the good measures, because you can put 600 horsepower easy, but remember, it will not be a very good off-roader, because in an off-road vehicle you need a good amount of torque, and like super horsepower engine will tend to lose more torque than horsepower. So yeah, you need to find your silver lining, and also you need to keep the engine efficient, you need to keep the engine fuel economical and good and like beautifully made at the same time. So since I'm gonna build something here, and okay, so I'm gonna go with a V12 engine. Well, block material, cast iron is not allowed. Remember that. Cast iron and magnesium are not allowed. You can use aluminium, you can use aluminium silicon, it's up to you. I'm gonna go with aluminium or aluminum silicon, whatever you want to call it. Size. Well, if you are building an engine, the size should not exceed a 6-liter engine. Remember, don't go over 600 horsepower and don't go over 6-liter engine. Remember that, right? Remember that. No more than 6-liter engine and no more than 600 horsepower. I'm repeating all of these rules because I don't want you to break any rule. I want all of the engines on all of the cars to be perfectly running, without any kind of problems, without any breakage of any rules. Hidden valves, it's up to you. You can choose any valve, any system you want. It's up to you. I'm gonna go with dual overhead camshaft, 4 valves per cylinder. That's my engine. It's aluminum silicon. VVL it's also allowed, because it's a very good technology. It will allow more the engine to be like it will allow the engine to have like two profiles, a torquey economical profile on low RPM and a sporty on high RPM. That's very good. Moving on, crankshaft material. Right, you can have cast iron, you can have forged, but no billet steel crankshaft. Remember that, no billet steel crankshaft. So I'm gonna go with forged. The same goes for the connecting rods. No lightweight titanium connecting rods. No, remember, this is not allowed. You can go any option you want here except lightweight titanium. So lightweight forged. The pistons. Well, the pistons you can go with any option you want. The pistons you can go with any option you want. It's up to you. Quality on all of the engine parts should be on 0 quality except the exhaust system. The exhaust system you can go all the way to +5 quality max. Compression ratio, these are your own options. I don't care. These your own setups. Choose whatever you feel comfortable with. VVT is allowed, don't worry. 0 quality here. As I mentioned, you can go naturally aspirated and you can go turbocharged. It's up to you. So I'm gonna go with turbocharged. Alright. And please make sure that your turbocharger, if you are building a turbocharged engine, make sure to keep it efficient. Don't give me like 40 psi of boost. No, that's not acceptable. Keep your turbo acceptable, like in boost, in its size, in its efficiency. Keep it stable. As you can see, because with a 6-liter V12 engine, I'm filling. Look, check out the fill factor. It's nearly full. That's why no more than 6-liter engine. direct. Alright, so the fuel system, no carburetors of course, and no mechanical fuel injection. You can go with single, multi, or direct fuel injection. It's up to you. If you want to keep your SUV efficient, if you want to keep it cheap, it's up to you. I mean, yes, a luxury SUV should be always like super reliable, super efficient, and super smooth. It's up to you. Except mechanical, it's not allowed, and carburetors are not allowed. I'm gonna go with direct. You can go with multi, you can go with single. It's up to you, my friend. I'm gonna go with direct, twin throttle bodies. And okay, so the throttle bodies, again, it's your own option. I don't care. Choose a throttle per cylinder, choose a twin, choose single, but don't overcomplicate the engine. Intake, this should be always, remember, any engine you want to choose, always on standard. Don't use performance and don't use race intake, only standard. Fuel type, only 95 octane fuel. Don't use 98 or 100, only 95. Also, don't choose 91 because this is for regular cars. I want to give you like an extra headroom in the octane on the octane value. So 95 is more appropriate because it's available everywhere. Fuel mixture, it's up to you, but again, you need to make sure that your engine is efficient. If your engine is super thirsty, I will not accept your car. Like I'm gonna when I finish making the car, I'm gonna think of an appropriate miles per gallon to achieve. So don't go crazy. Don't go like don't go 11, or yes, like below 12. Or so below 12 is not acceptable. 12 is acceptable. Below 12, I'm gonna throw your file like away. I'm not gonna get it in the video. So 12, I will accept it. Like more than 12, like this, it's very perfect. But below 12, no. So I'm gonna keep it, let's say 13.3. Ignition timing, this is up to you. RPM, this is up to you. But remember, I don't want the engine like destroying itself. Make sure that your internals can keep the RPM limit, right? So don't send me like an engine with 12,000 RPM and the internals can only rev to 8,000. So also make sure that your engine is working perfectly before you send me the file. Alright, the exhaust system. If you are building a naturally aspirated engine, any option is allowed except race headers. Racing headers are not allowed. Any option is allowed except race headers. Single or dual exhaust pipe, this is up to you. Alright, so now this is the bit that I want to tell you about. Because luxury cars these cars need to be very smooth and very quiet. These are not racing cars. These cars should be always super quiet. So the exhaust system should be any size you want, but not super big. I mean, keep it simple, keep it real. 3 inches, 3.5 inches, that's it. High flow 3-way catalytic converter. Any catalytic converter will work, but remember, you need to have a catalytic converter. If your exhaust system is running without, or if your engine is running without a catalytic converter, I'm not going to accept your engine. You need to have a catalytic converter on your engine. So high flow, and yes, twin, 2 or quad reverse flow mufflers if you are using a dual exhaust pipes or a dual reverse flow mufflers. So these are the only 2 options you will get. But as a silver lining, you can use bypass valves. So when you push the sport button inside the car, these valves will open and then you will have a sporty exhaust system. Yes, so remember, you can use bypass valves, but the mufflers are only these 2. Again, as I mentioned, you can go if you want with +5 quality, but remember, you don't want to exceed 105. This is right now it's 103, so you cannot exceed 105. Remember that. Don't exceed 105 here and don't exceed 60 here. No more than 105 here and no more than 60 here. So you can go +1. No, +2 is not okay. So +1 will work perfectly. Now you can tweak the engine. As you can see, we have a lot of octane headroom. So I can push the ignition timing a little bit more. I can tweak the I can tweak the camshaft more, so we have a lot of headroom to tweak this engine to perfection. Again, as I mentioned, you need to make sure that your engine is reliable and of course efficient. Like this one is getting 25%, which is perfect, really perfect, super duper perfect. So yep, the engine is torquey, 641 pound-feet of torque, so really good. I'm really happy with the end result here, but the engine needs a little bit of a tweak, some kind of tweaks. So yes, as you can see, we have achieved 600 horsepower because it's easy to achieve it. It's very easy on these engines. I mean, a 6-liter V12 twin turbo, I know these engines can go like with 1000 horsepower, I know that, but the reason why I've chosen a turbocharger because I want to keep it efficient. I don't want just to make 1000 horsepower engine and call it an SUV, because that is not efficient, my friend. So as you can see, with a bigger turbocharger we can achieve much more, like more RPM, more the power will peak much late. So the horsepower right now is 604. I know it's against the rules so far, but don't worry, I'm gonna tweak it. I will lower the boost so I can achieve more fuel efficiency, like so, and lower the size of the intercooler, perfect. Lower the size of the turbine a little bit, or no, there is no need for that. Alright, I'm doing this, I'm lowering the size of the compressor because as you can see, the torque will peak at 2200 RPM. That means the turbos will kick on so early, and that's very good. I like an efficient engine. So now I'm gonna start and tweak the ignition timing to achieve. Alright, so we can actually lower the fuel efficiency, as you can see, 30%, and that's what I want. A super efficient engine. I don't care about like the horsepower or torque. I want an efficient engine, a reliable engine. As you can see, reliability is 76, and super smooth and super responsive, super smooth engine. So by far this is perfect. Yes, that's what I want, a super efficient engine. Yes, I know we have lost a bit of torque because I have lowered the boost a little bit. Oh, sorry about that. But you need to find your silver lining, my friend. Like which line you feel comfortable with, which place you think that you're building a perfect engine with. That's what I want. Get comfortable, get creative, and don't exceed like any of the rules. So more boost, yes, it will give me more torque, and that's what I want. I want a torquey engine. So what I'm gonna do, lower the octane, the VVL profile this way. Alright, 28.5% of fuel efficiency, 600 horsepower, 600 pound-feet of torque. That's perfect. Yes, like those, like if you can do like this, if you can do 600 or 500, 500, 600, 600, I would prefer that so much. Because can you imagine a salesman that wants to sell this car, that will tell the customer this car is producing 600 horsepower and 600 pound-feet of torque. Like the same number seems very appropriate. Of course, people these days are preferring like, for example, the new Mercedes, which one, the bi-turbo V12 engine is making like something 900 Newton meters of torque, not pound feet, no, Newton meters. So yeah, some people prefer so much torque, but 600 pound-feet of torque, that is massive. Listen to the engine. That is perfect. Perfection. Check out the horsepower, 600.0. Perfect. Moving on. Well, you can choose any, as I said, any body you want, any body shell you want, but you need to keep it like modern, not old, not classic. So the body quality and the fixture quality, you can go +1 if you want. If you don't want, it's okay, no more than +1. Since I'm making a luxury car here, I'm gonna go with black because it seems very appropriate. It's up to you. You can slide, you can increase, decrease the size of your car, you can choose the shape of it. It's up to you, my friend. This is your own creation, this is your own like taste of making cars. So yeah, enjoy yourself and of course get creative. That's pretty much it. And now I'm gonna start like adding fixtures to the car. Give it an aggressive look. Give the car like super duper aggressive look. Keep it angry, keep it luxurious, and keep it super smooth. Alright, this is wrong. Where is my logo? Here we go. Alright, give it like an angry look. Give it a nice looking grille. Like, get creative. Get creative, my friend. Like, my car maybe not the prettiest, my car maybe not the quickest, but the whole point of this is to keep it luxurious and like beautiful at the same time, and like make the customer wants to buy it. That's the whole idea, my friend. Maybe. So yeah, get creative. You can go any style you want, my friend, and make sure that your engine is getting properly cooled. You don't want your engine to overheat. So like, not some of these are not cosmetics, I promise you. And at the latest in the latest automation / beam-ng.drive updates, the developers managed to make these fixtures and these grills really functional. So these are not just for showing off. These are not just to tell everyone that the car is looking angry or is looking aggressive, sporty. No, it's also for cooling the engine. So it's working very, very properly. And you need to make sure that you have fog lights on your car. Of course, it's a luxurious car. You need to have fog lights on it. You can go with any option you want for fog lights. Sorry about that, I was yawning a little bit because it's super late right now, but I thought to myself, I need to give you guys a video before I fall asleep, so you can start making your own SUVs. Yep, seems appropriate. Maybe I'm sleepy and I'm not seeing it correctly, but seems appropriate. But remember, you need also to have a license plate holder on the front and on the rear. You need to have license plate. This is a car for the road, not only for the this is not a track car. So remember that. Well, seems appropriate from the front. The side mirrors, again, of course, this is your own creation, so get creative. How does these work? How do these look also? They look not bad, with indicators indicated in them, but I hate them. Sorry about making the video too long, like showing you what how am I doing my cars and so on, but like make sure to get all of the details on your car. Like for example, this side mirror started with plastic cover. Like remove the plastic, make it paint, so it will be more luxurious. Make sure to have indicators on the sides, because it's the law. It's the, I think, the European law maybe, like to have indicators on the sides. So you can go with any option you want. You can go sleek, you can go whatever. Just keep it chic, keep it beautiful. If you like, do crazy things if you want, but keep it intact. Seems appropriate, right? Alright, since we have a V12 engine, you can write V12 on the side. You can write like for example turbo on the side. It's up to you, but remember this is a luxury vehicle, and luxury vehicles, like for example the Rolls-Royce, any Rolls-Royce, you cannot find like any words on the car, like no badges around the car, only the spirit of ecstasy on the front, but no, there is no phantom word like on the car from outside. So you need to keep in mind that luxurious cars are like a superior race of cars. They are not like regular cars that you need to stick badges on it. So yeah, you need to keep it's elegant, keep it beautiful. Yep. I don't like this. I'm gonna go without a keyhole, because luxury cars, they don't use like keys to open the car. They use key fobs. So you need to keep them in mind and remember these details when you are building your own SUV, luxury SUV. Alright, so what else we have? We need also a fuel filler cap. Right, so give it a good one. Don't go like with a weird shape. Now taillights should be simple. Like don't overcomplicate the car. So yeah, enjoy your time, make an amazing car, but don't worry, the rules are not finished yet. But remember, taillights on I mean, yes, you can go like this. You can just stick a taillight on here and call it. I mean, job done. But remember, you can slide them. You can make them long. You can make them short. So get creative. Don't get like lazy and just choose those and continue. Of course, if you don't have like extra free time, you can just do that. But if you can, and if you have a nice free time to build an amazing machine, I would love it, and I would appreciate it more, because it will be more appropriate to look at and to enjoy driving as well. Remember that you need to be creative. And also don't forget the license plate holder. It's up to you wherever you want, whenever and wherever you want to put it. I hate when that happens. These are the side vents and they got squished back there. And don't forget the company logo. Again, I do apologize about making the video too long, but this way you will see like a detailed video of making a perfect, not a perfect, I'm not saying like my car is perfect, but making it like according to the rules and without breaking any rule. So also the exhaust tips, you can this is your own style. You can choose quad, dual exhaust tips. It's up to you, my friend. Get creative and create your own beast. So yeah, that's pretty much it so far. And remember, like, also luxury cars, like luxurious cars, they don't have to you don't have to put vents and scoops everywhere. No, just keep it simple. Keep it simple, my friend. Simplicity is the key to success sometimes. Not always, but sometimes. Of course, I can mirror it. You can, of course, mirror the badge from here to here, but it will slip the other side. It will convert to the other side, and this is more luxurious. What else? An antenna on the roof. Also the same color of the car. And since this is a luxury vehicle, yes, you can use some kind of downforce, like to control it with some sort of front lips. But you don't want to overcomplicate it. Like you don't want to make it a racing car. Make it like, if you can hide it, if you can hide those details, it will be more appreciative. No, this is ugly. I don't like it. I mean, we can put some sort of rear wing or rear spoiler, but it will be like super obvious. So what we can do here is you can actually hide it a little bit, like using the magic of making it taller, so it will be hidden like this. Now this is hidden and it's active. We can tweak it. Alright, that's perfect. So we have front downforce and rear downforce. Perfect. Have we forgotten anything? Let me remember. No, that's good. Alright, moving on. You can choose any drive type you want except like 4x4, because I mean, no, 4x4 is for tough machines, not for luxurious. Or let me think. Now the Range Rover is all-wheel drive, and you can select some sort of settings in it. It's not 4x4, or is it 4x4? No, it's not 4x4. Alright, so forget what I said. Make it all-wheel drive. Yes, all-wheel drive. This will eliminate a lot of options. So okay, so all-wheel drive, my friends. Only choose, this is the only option. All-wheel drive, no front-wheel drive, no rear-wheel drive, and no 4x4. So all-wheel drive is your friend, and you need to choose it. All-wheel drive, because this car needs to be sporty. Not only an off-roader. So all-wheel drive, and since we are building a luxury car, this is, and I'm sorry to say this, but this is your only option: advanced automatic gearbox. Yes, advanced automatic gearbox. Any ratios you want, but remember, the more ratios the better, because like late luxurious cars, they tend to have 9, 7, 6 speed, whatever gearboxes they're using. But yeah, so you need to keep in mind that you need super amount of ratios to keep it very modern and very new. The spacing, well, this is determined by your options later on the tires and everything else. So keep it on 50. And since we are building an off-roader, we can use automatic locker, but it will be rubbish on the road. So a vicious one is rubbish. Geared, electronic. Alright, so since we are going with luxury, you can choose any kind of differential you want: open, manual, automatic locker, geared, vicious, and electric. It's up to you. I'm gonna go with electric. I know it's a little bit more expensive, but it's good on everywhere. It's good on off-road, it's comfortable, it's very reliable, and it's very, very good. Zero quality, of course, on everything. Radial tires, of course. Well, we can, I mean, I don't want to choose chunky because this is not like a Jeep, and hard long life tires are alright, so the option here, since we are building, alright, let's go. So the only options you have are hard long life tires and medium compound tires. So hard long life tires will give you very good tires, like on the road and off the road. Medium compound tires, they are extremely good on the road, but on or off the road, they are not really good. So it's up to you. These are your only two options. You want to go hard long life tires, which the car will perform very good off the road and on the road. Medium, it will perform extremely good on tarmac and not really good on gravel. So it's up to you. Tire width, I mean, these are up to you, my friend. Oh, I forgot to select nice rims for this beast here. So the options here are not really too much, but yep. Alright, so I'm gonna go with these. Alright, let's move on. 17 inch, 18 inch, it's up to you, but please don't choose like 12-inch rims and super thick tires. No, I want that. You are building a luxury SUV. Remember that, a luxurious SUV, not a Jeep, not for off-roading only. You need to make it sporty for the road. And yeah, so the rim materials, everything is allowed except no carbon fiber. Please, no carbon fiber. Discs or brake discs, drums are not allowed, and carbon ceramic is not allowed. Only solid and ventilated discs. So I'm gonna go with ventilated. 3 pistons in the front, like 350 millimeters. Ventilated, 2 pistons, 300. Alright, seems appropriate. Brake balance will be determined later. Fully clad, it's up to you. You can choose off-road skid tray, you can use semi-clad, fully clad. It's up to you, my friend. You can choose downforce, but please don't choose none. This is not allowed. The none option is not allowed. You need to have an under tray. Alright, let's choose active rear wing, cooling flaps to keep it simple and to keep it more fuel efficient. Yes, these are allowed, and these will be determined later. You need to have 55 on cooling engine. Please select 55 only. This is your only option. 55 on engine cooling and 100% on brake airflow. This is a rule. You need to have a 100% brake airflow. Please, this is a rule, and please don't break it. So 100 here, 55 here. These are two rules. These are determined by yourself. Zero quality also. And let's see what we have here. So to build a perfect luxury and a utility vehicle, you need to have extra 2 seats on the rear. So a 6-seater should be, or a 7-seater. A 7-seater luxurious car. I don't know. I mean, these 2 seats will be like they can be folded down or tilted to the onto the glass here. The ones in the middle, these should be, or let's select it as a 6-seater car. Should be more appropriate, or a 7-seater car, or an 8-seater car for their family, because these seats will be folded. An 8-seat luxury car. That should be interesting, right? Alright, I know this will make it super heavy, but why not? Why not if you want to pick the family with you, if you want to take the family? So it's a 7-seater car. 2 in the front, 2 in the rear, and like a bench in the middle. 3 seats in the middle. Yep. Yeah, because of course when you open this door you need to push like a little button. If you want to get it in the rear, like on the rear seats, on the rear, you need to push the button. The rear seat will just like will get forward. You climb in the back, and job done. Job done indeed. Alright, so it's a 7-seater car. Remember, not handmade, luxury. It's a luxurious vehicle, a luxury vehicle. I know it says limited production, and we can choose like carbon fiber things to make it also limited production, but no. The only limited thing is the luxury interior, and the only 2 options for the entertainment are luxury infotainment and luxury HUD system. So these are the only 2 options to use. It's up to you. I'm gonna go with luxury HUD. Zero quality, don't go with +1 because it will get more heavy. Electric variable, so any power steering option except none. All of these options are available except none. Of course, without launch control, electronic stability control is the only option available, so that you need to choose this option. Safety, well, any option you want except none. You can choose any option you want except none, but zero quality on the traction aids and zero quality on the safety, remember that. I'm gonna go with advanced. I know the car will be super heavy, but that's the point here. Heavy, fast, tough off-roader, tough car, reliable, very good. That's what I want. So the springs, the only four options available for you are hydromatic, air suspension, active sport, active comfort. These 1, 2, 3, 4. These are the only allowed option. Progressive and standard, these are not allowed. Remember that, please. I'm gonna go with active comfort, semi-active dampers, and passive sway bars. If you want, you can go with air, active sway bars. It's up to you. You can go with active sport, semi-active, gas monotube, any option you want. Any option on the damper and any option on the sway bars. Dampers, you can go like any option you want, here or here or here. It's up to you. You can make it super comfortable, as you can see. You can make it sporty. It's up to you, my friend. It's up to you. You can choose a sporty suspension tune. You can choose a comfortable suspension tune. You can choose a normal suspension tune. But of course, I would prefer more if you can build your own suspension tune. I would so much prefer it. Active sport. That should keep the car comfortable at the same time. How about air? The air springs. Alright, so air suspension replaces usual steel springs instead were filled by pressure air. Very good. That's really nice. Okay, so I'm gonna go with air springs. Off-road, active, no. So we have active sway bars, adaptive dampers. That's perfect. Let's start with a sporty normal tune. Alright, I'm gonna do set this one to minus. Let's see if I can build a very nice suspension tune, sporty and comfortable at the same time. So what we have here, we have a super stiff spring settings. We need to keep the suspension perfect at the same time, so we need to be careful. We need to be really careful while building this. So it does look nice on 208. Alright, because I want to give the car also, I want to give it a good, how can I say it, good load capacity, because this is a tough car. It needs to put people in it, cargo in it, so it's very good. Alright, it's very good so far. Suspension is a little bit to the understeery side, so we need to fix it by putting amazing tires on it. $230. Alright. So far so good. Alright, so let's tweak the suspension more to achieve greatness. Alright, so here we go. The car is now oversteering, which is perfect. Spring stiffness or spring the damping and the springs are working perfectly. I like it. I like it so much now. Alright, so now let's go back to the spacing. This is like how you determine the spacing on your car. Like low spacing will give you a longer, like it will give you a longer time to shift. As you can see, the more or the bigger spacing you go, like the highest you go up, the speeds on the gears will be lowered, and the lower you go on the spacing, like the longer or the highest speed you will achieve on each gear. So 4.5 seconds so far is the 0 to 100 time. Let's see which one of these. Keep it on 50-50, seems better. 50-50 power distribution. Traction aids. I mean, okay, so no, keep it on 0. This way it's perfect. No need to change anything. So far so good. So that's pretty much it. Let's see how much time it will achieve. 2 minutes 24.50. That is nice. Nice indeed. So 284. 40 spacing, that will give us more top speed, and 0 to 100 time, quicker time, 4.5 seconds. That is very nice. So that's pretty much it. I'm gonna keep this vehicle like and work on it even more, and perfect it even more. So we have 600 horsepower, 6-liter V12 with twin turbos, 600 pound-feet of torque, 8,000 RPM, all-wheel drive, luxurious 7-seater that can go off-road and like be sporty on the road at the same time. With, let's see, the vehicle is very drivable, nice sporty points, comfortable, very prestigious, and very safe, very practical, very utilitarian, and it can go off-road. It's very reliable. It can do 21.4 miles per gallon. Alright, so that's the target. Remember, your car needs to achieve over 20 miles per gallon. 19.9, I'm not gonna accept it. 20 and more is acceptable. Remember that 20 and more on the fuel economy is acceptable. Price, well, since if you kept everything like on zero quality except the chassis and the exhaust system, you should be around like 69, 70, like below $80,000. That's very like with 10% margin. So that's pretty much it. I hope that you enjoyed the video, guys. This is our new challenge, so good luck on this challenge. Make your own cars and like get creative. Give me like the best you can, and the winner will be pronounced at the next video. So let's see the dead end time today. Right now it's 2:20 a.m. in the morning. 2:20 a.m. in the morning. What's the date today? Today is the 7th of August. So today is Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Alright, so Thursday 4 p.m. in the afternoon according to my local time, +3 GMT. Remember, alright, so the deadline, all of the participations or all the participants will be closed. I'm not gonna accept any more cars after 4 p.m. the 9th of August, Thursday, according to my local time, which is +3 GMT. So search for your own time, for your local time, and like convert it from my local time, which is +3 GMT, to your own local time, so you can manage your time and decide when you will build the car and when you will send it. So build your car and send it to my email, which is lordbas94@gmail.com. lordbas94@gmail.com. Send me if you want to send me. No, not if you want. You need to send me the .car file, please. Don't send me the beamng.file. no, don't send me the BMG file, never. Send me only the .car file. You can do that by going to the summary and press this button here. Press it, you will find this file. I want this file, the .car file. This one. Take this file and send it to me by email, and I will verify that you have built the car according to my rules, and then I'm gonna put it in the video with all of the other cars, and then choose the perfect car. So thank you so much guys for watching. I truly hope that you enjoyed the video. So get creative, make your own amazing car, and I'm gonna see you on Thursday, hopefully, like on 5 p.m. when the challenge finishes at 4 p.m. I'm gonna start recording and driving them like in the next hour. So thank you so much guys for watching, and I'm gonna see you very soon with more cool amazing videos, and goodbye for now my friends. But before that, remember to hit that like button, to get subscribed and share the video. And now, goodbye my friends.